Hello and welcome to Precious Memory Box's Junk Journaling. And today I am here with a special collaboration from Rach and Bella Crafts, and also featuring Angela Kerr as the special guest designer. And I'm part of the collaboration for the Crafty Summer Simples. And these beautiful kits were created by Rach and Bella Crafts and Angela Kerr. You can go to Ko-fi for Rachel and Bella's kit and pick it up there. And you can also go to Angela Kerr's website to grab her set of printables that go along with this. I'll have those links down below for you, and I hope that you'll enjoy the video today. If you do, please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. And today we are going to do a simple, very simple, but fun craft that you can do. And what I use it for is to put pieces in for any kit I'm working on. Also, there's many crafters. This collab's going on for 21 days. And so go back, if you haven't seen the previous ones. Oops, I brought two of the same ones in here. Whoops. There's different ones, but go back in the playlist. I'll link that down below also for Rach and Bella's crafts on her channel, and go check out the different creators. My partner today is the Kentucky Crafter, so I hope you'll go over and check out her video too. And don't forget, if you want to search it, you can also search at hashtag Crafty Summer Simples. So let's get started. And the name of my craft is just a simple file folder folio. So we just need one file folder, and you will need your scoreboard. And there's just two scores that we need to make. So your first one is going to be at 8.5. So line yours up. I like to put my tab at the top and just come down and run it all the way down. Make sure that you do it well enough that it goes through on both sides. Okay, and then you're going to be able to open that up, and you can see the line on both sides. Now take your folder and turn it to the right, and you're going to go to 5.5 and then over one more. So 5.5 and over one more, and you're going to score down. All the way down. One more time. Oops, make sure I'm in the right spot here. All right. Let me move the scoreboard out of the way, and we'll fold up our folder. All right, so these are some of the pieces that I've pre-cut out, but I'll show you a few pieces of the kit. But you can check out Angela and Rach and Bella's beginning videos to see the full kits on their channels. All right, so I'm going to fold the bottom in, and this is going to make one large pocket here. And then we'll be folding in the sides. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut out these corners to help take out some of the bulk. And make sure you cut a little bit to the inside, I guess it would be the inside here of the pocket, so that you have enough space when you pull this up that it won't buckle on you. And then you just cut that other piece off there. You can save these if you want to use them as a flip or a flap in yours, a pocket. All right. Okay. All right. So next, what you want to do after you get those cut out there is go ahead and fold this up, and then you're going to fold these over. Fold them in. Make sure they line up. You may have to readjust them a little bit, but line up with your top and your bottom. And then when you get done here, you can fold it in half. And there's your folio. It's quick and simple, easy. It is approximately, let me see. It is about, let's see, 9 inches tall. No, I'm sorry, 8 inches tall. And about 5 1/4 wide. So 8 inches tall and about 5 1/4 wide. Next, what you want to do is if you're going to ink, go ahead and ink it up all the way around. And I went ahead and I made another one so that you guys wouldn't have to watch me ink. So let me grab that one here. All right. And I've got some of my extra pieces here. Isn't that a pretty one? And I'm going to set them over to the side here. And we're going to go ahead and start gluing in some of our pieces. Now you can use glue stick, you can use, your liquid glue, whichever is your preference. All right, so I'm going to use my liquid glue, I do believe. And I'm using Barely Arts glue here, but any type of, whatever your preferred glue is. And here's some of the pre-cut pieces. I went ahead and pre-cut them so you guys wouldn't have to watch me cut. So on the inside, I want to use this beautiful plaid and rose, and it's blue. It has blue and pink roses on it. I'm sorry, blue plaid and pink roses. I'll get it straight here in a minute. And I trimmed that so that you could see the inking. So let me go ahead and I'll glue these down. Now you don't have to have it all the way to the bottom if you want, because you're not going to see some of that. But since it's just paper and not cardstock, I thought it would be all right. All right. And I'm sorry, hopefully I'm in the camera's view here. Let's line this up. And I like to leave a little border on mine. I like to see the border. But if you don't, just measure it and cut your papers to fit how you like them to fit. There's no right or wrong. It's just personal preference. All right. I hope everyone's been enjoying the collaboration. I know I have. There's been lots of beautiful little projects and, just lots of fun things to help keep your crafting mojo going. And just things that you can create from, kits that you have left over where you've used some of the pieces, but yet you still have some. You could certainly just create some fun ephemera from them. Okay, so I've got that in there. And you could leave this whole if you want on your piece of paper, but I decided because you may be bending and closing it a lot, I didn't want that paper to crack, so that's why I cut it in half. Now the pocket I'm going to leave whole, and I've got this beautiful quilt piece here. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love that. So we're going to glue this down. All right. There we go. And you could really use this little folio for anything. You could use it inside of a larger journal. You could use it as Happy Mail to send a gift to, friends in, or if you're in a swap or something, you could use it for that. But my favorite way to use it is to use it as storing my ephemera pieces for the kit I'm using. And if you make it out of the same paper from your kit, of course, I'm going to ink that just a little bit more to cover up some of that, then you always know what pieces are in that kit. You know where the pieces are at. You won't have to go search for them. Okay, so we've got that done. So let's do our insides here. And let's see. Now I did these a little bit different. Oh, that's it, missing one. There we go. Now, if you want it to perfectly be the same shape as this, take a blank piece of paper, put it under here, and trace it. Cut that out, and that can be your pattern. And then all you have to do is, if you want to see the trim edges around it, you can just trim it just a little shorter on that. But I am going to possibly cut off a little bit of this here on mine. It just, I think it'll be a little nicer and make the two flaps look more of the same size. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this down. And then after it's dried a little bit, we'll come back and we'll trim off those edges. And this comes also, I believe this was part of a freebie that went along with the kit. So there's been some freebies that you can pick up to go along with this kit. Rachel and Bella did a few, and also Angela did a few there. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and go around and glue this one. And then again, once it's dries for a little bit, I'll trim it up. For myself, I find it easier to go back sometimes and just trim off the excess that I didn't want on there. There we go. So there, oh, I did that one opposite. Whoops. Let's see if I can get that back up. Actually, I did this one wrong. Well, that's all right. We'll just improvise. So I need to do one for in here. Let's see if the ones I did for the outside, one will fit in here. So what I was going to do with these I printed on cardstock. And I was going to make another pocket out of them. So I think we can still do that. So I just need to glue it down on 3 sides here. So this side I put my thumb where I want to keep it open. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it along the straight edge here. Okay. And so I'm going to have an inside pocket, and then we'll have a pocket on the outside. Okay. And sometimes I got those a little bit short, but I'm okay with that. I can ink that up just a little bit more and it won't be as noticeable. And I'm also going to trim some of the sides off here so it won't be as noticeable. Okay. So let's make sure this is going to fold. Yep. All right. And then we're going to make a pocket on the outside here. All right, and I want the pocket to open here. So I'm going to start over here. All right. And we'll give this a moment to dry, and then I'll come back and trim off the excess. And let me get the extra I don't need right there, so we don't have it on our paper. All right, there we go. And so now we'll have a pocket here. I'm going to give that a little bit of time to dry, and then we'll come back and trim those, okay? All right, so see, we're already almost done filling on the inside of our folio. Now we're going to move to the outside and the back. And what I did for that was I took a piece of the journaling, the two-sided piece of journaling paper, and I cut it in half. I rounded the corners, and so one side is going to be the front and one side is going to be the back. Got a little extra there with my ink, so and my chomper decided to chomp my side instead of rounding the corner on that one. Now you could add some lace down the edge of these. Which we may do. Let me see if I can grab some of that quick enough. I've got this pink ribbon. I've got that. Or let's see, did I bring any lace in here with me? Let me check. There we go. I have this really pretty trim here. Let's go ahead and add some of that. It's a little bit thick, but I really like it. And we can cover a little bit of it with our paper. So let's see, grab some scissors here. Okay. There we go. That'll help cover up also that little bit of ink that I got carried away with there. And I'm going to lay this on pretty thick because I don't have any Fabri-Tac right now. I need to get myself another bottle. So, and I'm going to glue it right along the lace so that that glue will be able to catch it easier. And then once this dries, I'll trim it up again. So we'll hold that there just for a couple minutes. That glue may not be strong enough for this ribbon. Maybe I'll add a little bit of, I think it's just soaking it up, unfortunately. So let me add a little more. Yep. Let's try that again. There we go. I think that's sticking better now. That is some pretty lace there. And then we'll go ahead and I'll put some more glue on this because I'm sure it's dried by now. Okay, let's see how we can do this here. If I can get that to come over just a little bit so we can see that pink ribbon. hair that was going down really quickly. I wanted just though to be able to see a little bit of that ribbon. So let me add some glue back under here. Boy, this glue is really catching fast today on the paper. And I'll come back around and trim that up. All right, let's glue our one on the back. And let's do the same thing with our ribbon. This is a really stiff ribbon too. All right, so we'll try to line that up so they meet. Hold that down for just a few minutes. Let me know down below if you've been creating along with some of the videos this week and what your favorite thing is that you've made so far, or who your favorite video has been. There are so many good ones. Lots of good. There's a good mix of new and older crafters that have been at it for a while, and all in between. So boy, this, I may have to go back and sew this on. It does not want to adhere. I'm not the best sewer, but I can do it in a pinch if I need to. Okay, we're gonna hope that'll hold this time. And I'm gonna go ahead and put glue all around this one. Keep that pink ribbon showing. Try to line this up on the top and the bottom. There we go. All right. Let's see. I've got glue on my fingers. Let's see what I can trim up here, and we should be good over here. So I'm ever so slightly going to trim this, and I'm going to kind of round the corner. Am I cutting into that paper? No? Okay, we're doing okay. All right. All right. And then I'll just go ahead and ink that real quick so it'll match. I love using file folders because they give you the perfect amount of sturdiness that you need. My cutting is a little wonky there. Let's see if I can straighten it up just a little bit. There we go, that's a little better. I'm using Vintage Photo as my ink. There we go. And let's see, on this side, just ever so slightly, not much here. Not much at all. Okay, and let's see, this one we decided the outside was the pocket, right? Yep, so we have the pocket there. All right, let me go ahead and ink that on both sides. All right, and I got an extra string there. All right, so we've got our folio. There we go. I need to trim this right here on the sides just a little. You know what? It might be better just to glue that down. Let me do that, because I think if I try to trim it, it's going to get a little too wonky. And I can come back, and probably what I will do is come back and put some lace on the edge of this also. I've got this smaller lace. Let's see what that would look like. I actually think that's perfect. So let's see here. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's get this glue on here. And we can do a little bit of decorating and then fill it full of our ephemera. And by that time, this lace should be dry enough to trim it up. I forgot to bring my Tim Holtz scissors in here with me. They're really good at trimming fabric. But we'll give it a try with these other scissors here in a little bit. All right. So let's take a look at some of the ephemera pieces that we have. And let's see how we want to use them to decorate and how we're going to use them to fill our journal. So I've got some envelopes here. I have some journaling cards. I have some little embroidered birds that I love. So let's see. So we've got journal cards here. We'll just sort it out real quick. Birds. We've got some little farm animals that we can fill our pockets with. We've got some tabs and lots of journaling cards. And we've got some big tags here. And then I have some pockets in case we need to create some more, and some more journaling cards. All right, so let's see what we want to do first. Let's go ahead and punch holes in the top of our tags here. And I've just got some various yarn and ribbon that we can use to put in these. Let's see. We've got some pink here. Let's see if I made that long enough. Might need a little bit longer piece. There we go. All right, I think that's good. You can round your edges if you want, and ink, which I may come back and do later. let's see what else I brought. I also have this blue yarn here. Let's cut off a piece of it. There we go. And I like it long. We could trim it off, but I think I like it long. Okay, and I've also got a pink one here. It's a little bit different shade of pink. Let's see. And we've got this blue, but I think I want to go with this fun pink here. So let me cut a piece of it off. It's kind of a salmon pink. All right, so there's some tags we can fill our kit with. Let's see. I was thinking about taking a pocket. Let's see if any of our pockets will work for that. And adding it. Have to probably be one of these. And making it so it could hold our little tabs here that we have. And maybe some of our little animal ephemera. So let me trim this off. And I'm just going to freehand cut it because I want it to be shorter. And I'll go ahead and ink this since I'm going to glue it down. Okay. And let's see. Maybe we'll put it up here. Okay, let's let that dry for just a moment. And then we can add our little tabs to it, our little round tab punches. There's a whole sheet of these in the kit, but you can certainly, cut out as many as you like. I just cut out a few here, but we can put them in our pocket. All right, and then on this side, we can do, let's see, we can do a pocket like that, or I also think that one's probably maybe a little too close in color. Let's see, this one I think is supposed to go this direction. That might work well. So we've got a pocket here, so if we put a pocket here, we'll have to make sure that we cut it back to where we need it here, because we don't want it to interfere with our other pocket. All right, I'm going to glue that down. There, oops, I just moved it. All right, there we go. And we can take some of our fun little animals here and fill up our pocket. We'll add those in there. And then let's see. Excuse me. All right, let's take some of our journaling cards, and we are just going to simply add them to the pocket so that, on the next time you decide to use them, you can ink them with the color you want. So I'm going to just add them in here. And let's see, I want to do something on the front. Oh, I like that too. So I'm going to leave a few pieces out here. And then we're going to take the rest of all our pieces here, all our journaling cards. And there's all different sizes. So we're going to add them to the pocket over here also. Make sure our tags are up there where we can see them. And let's see. We could add, I would love to add one of our little birds right here. So I'm going to do that. Little embroidered birds. There we go. And let's see, what do we want to do on the front? Let's check that out. Oops, I got those in the middle. So you do have to have your ephemera to one side or the other. So your pocket will fold. There we go. All right. And I'm going to come back and glue down the sides of that. Let's see, I'll do that real quick here. So I'm not sure if we really need to add anything to the front. Maybe if you have like a cinnamon, I can't say that word, sentiment, you could attach that to the front. I really like the pictures as they are. So I don't think I'm going to add anything to those. So we're going to take the rest of all our goodies here, and we are just going to pack our pockets. We may take one of our little birds and glue it on our pocket down here, but we're going to pack all the rest of them in here for the next person that I maybe share this with as a gift or some Happy Mail. We've also got the little shed there. And let's see, so this is just going to be stuffed full. Just all the goodies I've cut out to go along with this. Let's go ahead and maybe put this little guy over here. Now I had to cut off a little portion of his tail because of the way he printed on my paper, but I think it still looks really cute. And what we can do is just kind of line him up with the edge of the paper so that'll look more intentional there. All right, so let me move some of this out of the way. I still even have a few pieces left. Let's take, where'd my other envelope go? I had another envelope, but let's take this one and I will just fold it up real quick. Now you could, on your paper, you could take your paper and cover it on the inside, and then you can do like a neutral color on the inside, but I prefer to leave mine white because this kit has a lot of white in it. You could score these lines, but usually they bend easy enough. Okay, so let me glue that down, and we'll add this envelope to our ephemera folder too. All right, and there we go. That needs trimmed up just slightly. Let me trim that up. Okay, and there we go. And we're going to go ahead and add that back here. And we will fold up our folder one more time. And then all we need to do is I just need to work with this lace a little bit more. I'll get that all fixed up and add a picture there. And I'll trim off this lace after I get that fixed. And then all you need to do, what I like to do, is just take a long piece of ribbon or sari silk or whatever you like to tie up your folder with. That way it's easier to open and close. You could punch a hole in it and add some eyelets if you want and make it a little, use an elastic band. Whatever works best for you. But I love just simple ribbons and laces. So cut just a little bit of that off. It's a little too long. There we go. And there we go. There is your file folder folio to hold all your kit ephemera in. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll continue to watch. We have 2 more days still. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day.